then since you said this, that God created creatures and everything before that, do you believe that whole story with eating the apple is a test God gave to all his living creatures he created before man? Would you say so? Because that's a possibility.
Thank you.
That mankind was the only creature to be able to defy or like go on his own will to eat the apple. Even after.
Well, no, because if that is the case, then the devil also missed it.
The devil also missed it as in he didn't eat the apple, right?
He ate the apple because he sinned. Because the apple is simply a separation from God. It's simply, a rebellion from God. It's like you don't really trust God.
But maybe the devil was given that test and passed it.
How do you mean he passed it?
Listen. This is my idea, right? Like, okay, that whole thing is a test. Okay, just think of it as a test.
Yeah, it's a test.
You eating the apple. God said, don't eat the apple. You have the choice of either eating the apple or not eating the apple. But the apple is not for you, basically. You have the choice of eating the apple or not eating the apple. Let's say the devil came first, right? The devil decided not to eat the apple because God was eternity, and the devil ended up becoming an angel. Okay, just listen. The devil ended up becoming an angel. Because I don't know, just like he's just done everything God has told him to, like he's lived that path, blah blah blah.
I never believed that.
The other creatures you said that slept with the sons of mankind, they became evil because after they did that, they eventually turned bad. Like a science experiment. Think about it as God is a scientist, right? And he's created an object, and like the test goes right, but then later fails. It's like injecting an antidote into a poison, and then the antidote works, and then second later it just infects all the antidotes, and then it just goes bad. Just have that picture in your head, like blood cells, red blood cells and stuff like that. Okay, so eventually those sons of men became bad and slept with the other things, which committed a sin. That was an abomination. So he cast them out.
Yeah, because the kids, the babies that they became very.
Yeah.
They were not what God intended them.
Yeah, they were like their intention. They were the people's true intention. Yeah. What they had become.
Yeah.
So he bound them. He cast them out.
Yeah.
And then the devil passed the test also, but he eventually turned bad. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he was good, like he passed the test and everything, but in his mind he eventually started building up ideas, which eventually corrupted him. Like curiosity corrupted him, alright? And in turn, Adam was living in the garden for a while. It wasn't the first day they created Adam that he ate the apple.
Yeah, maybe
Adam was
100 years.
Yeah, maybe 100 years. Long time. Yeah. So Adam was in the Garden of Eden for a while. And since the devil had higher power than Adam did, think about it. Like Adam was a different being. Adam was a human. So the devil knew he could corrupt Adam's mind because the devil was the greatest angel, probably in you know what I'm saying, in between amongst his angels or whatever. So he eventually corrupted Adam's mind to Adam could think like he does, and eventually built up curiosity in Adam. So he gave Adam his ideas basically, and Adam eventually ended up eating that apple, or he gave Eve the idea because the devil came and corrupted Eve or whatever. So that's in that situation is when the devil turned into the devil from an angel, correct?
No, he was already
the devil.
He was already cast from.
Well,
he already passed the test, became an angel, failed, became corrupted, and cast out from heaven onto earth. And whilst he was being cast out, God said that woe to the people who dwelt on the earth. Okay. And that was where God created man on the earth.
And then the devil corrupted him.
The devil corrupted. Remember, the devil is not the devil is an angel. It's a spirit.
Yeah.
Right. So the serpent could easily be not so much of a serpent reality, but just like you're saying, ideas.
Yeah.
Building up in Eve's mind.
Yeah.
Influenced by the devil, of course. However that took place. But with the whole apple thing, it is a good analogy.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you, it's a very good analogy. That could be a possibility that even in heaven there was a communication, like a classroom. God was testing the integrity of his creation, testing what he has created to see if they can rise up to being like God.
Poisonous fruits and whatnot, like
the fruit is just a
no, I'm just saying
synonym.
Like his creations, like fruits could be his creation, but not all fruits are eatable. Like you can't. They're not all edible.
When I see the fruit, I see it to be it's a representative, because God is spirit. So everything that God has is spirit, right?
Yeah.
So the fruit can be a fruit, but then there is a spirit, which is I see the fruit to be immortality.
Yeah.
Right? Immortality.
Yeah.
And in fact we are immortal.
Yeah.
Right? Because of that fruit we ate, we were immortal. But our immortality is separated from God.
Yeah.
Right? Because now, even when we die, our flesh dies, but our spirit, our soul does not die.
Yeah.
We live forever. In fact, we all live forever. Our body can die, but our soul doesn't die. Right? It lives forever. You can't kill the soul. God can kill it, but he can't go beyond it. So he said, when you eat this fruit, you shall surely die. What he was saying is that now your spirit, the spirit within you, right? The consciousness of God has gone out.
And
so
that's
now
the reason
you're
why
corrupted.
God will never die, because He's in each of every one of us.
That's right.
So even if a natural disaster happens and we all die, our spirits are still alive.
Yep. And one thing that I realize is that when we die, our spirit goes to God.
Yeah.
Right? Our spirit goes to God because it is His spirit.
And the spirits the devil takes are
it's not if the devil doesn't get any spirit.
Yeah.
The devil just get the soul. That's why they say give your soul.
What's the difference between the spirit and the soul?
Like I'm saying, the spirit, like when Adam was created, the spirit was God, right? The breath of God in the man that causes the man to live. Right, and the soul is the ability of the mind of the person to go into the spirit, to go into God, the spirit, to channel and download God's intelligence, God's mind into the mind, and then that becomes your perspective, that becomes your thinking, that becomes your soul. So, what was corrupted was not the spirit, it was the soul. That means, like you were saying from your analogy, the devil came and also added some information into the mind of humanity. Right? And the devil is also a spirit. So in other words, humanity allowed themselves for the devil to channel stuff. And that is why right now we carry traits of the devil. Right? And that is why Jesus, that is why the nature is the first nature was divinity. And divinity, we channel it. It's like you have a funnel, right? And divinity is there. You channel, you position the funnel in a way that now Adam was receiving divine intelligence. So that intelligence stayed with Adam. Even after Adam, the spirit, lost his consciousness and separated. That intelligence stayed with Adam. And that was Adam's soul. His knowledge, his personality, how he was able to view the world. And then the devil came and corrupted that. Once that was corrupted, now we carry traits of the devil. That's why Jesus Christ told them that you are the sons of the devil. Your father is the devil himself, because he corrupted you. So the whole idea of Jesus Christ coming is that he's coming to restore us to that original state. That original state where now God is residing in us, and we are able to channel. You know what I'm saying? To channel that, because God can still, because of the DNA of God, the Spirit of God within you, it is there, right? But there is no access. You cannot channel it, so there is no divine intelligence. Even though God can invade that life and bring That is why ideas, right? Bible says that no good thing comes from the devil. So even ideas, I was telling somebody like Mark Zuckerberg.
So the devil is also like, I don't know, man.
The devil is just a counterfeit.
Bad ideas in your.
Yeah, the devil put bad ideas, but every good thing.
Spirit.
It's a spirit. So he downloads. He downloads into you as much as you've channeled to him. But then our spirit is already corrupted. And like I told you, whatever happened in the beginning didn't need to happen again. We procreated after our own time. So the corrupted soul of Adam was what was procreating. That was why Cain and Abel right from the beginning were corrupt, killing each other and all that. And they were still able to hear God, right? Because the spirit too has already downloaded.
That's why they were twins, good and bad. Just
you know,
it's just all these things. Like I feel like.
So in other words, right now this is the final thesis. This is
all just like our minds, like
trying to. Yeah.
All the books written could be like just like our minds. Like all the books written could be figuratively speaking, but people are taking it as literal.
Yeah.
Like as in like all these characters in the books are literal.
It's not literal.
Like people think like, you know, what if like all those guys didn't actually exist? Those guys were just like given characters to just like teach us life lessons as in like what we should not do. Like Peter and the disciples and all that. Those all could be characters like given to ideas. Those guys could have not lived in person. Like there wasn't like a guy called Peter.
No, there was.
I mean,
I don't want you to go there. There was a literal, because like you're saying about the butterfly effect, right?
Yeah.
Everything that happens, God orchestrates things to teach us certain things, right? Yeah. Even whatever happened with God and the devil, in the mind of God, He has made that known to us to teach us, you know. And I'm sure at that point when Adam was in the spirit of God, Adam had the breath of God, Adam automatically knew there was a fight in heaven, right? And of course, the Bible says that God comes to Adam and communicates with him, talk to him. It was a spiritual thing. So as God is talking to him, Adam begins to see things. Yeah, everything that is of God, Adam begins to see it. So Adam knew what happened in heaven. Maybe God even told them how it happened.
So was Adam a prophet or a messenger?
What? Those are two different. That is, of course, no. He was neither. Adam is first humanity.
Right, but what was his?
He was God.
Huh?
He was like God. He was made in the image of God. To just
Adam was just the purest,
an extension of God.
You can't say that because he brought sin into the world, so he's not pure.
Remember, Adam lived for years before the devil came to. You get what I'm saying?
Adam lived even for years before Eve was created.
Before Eve was created. And in the Bible, you see, they move from chapter 1, verse 1 to verse 2. So you think it's Adam was created today, then tomorrow he's saying, then the next day, he gave birth. Yes. So Adam had a lot of opportunity to download divinity into his mind. That is why when we were created with some sort of intelligence to be able to even act like God and bring ideas, you know, because Adam had enough time to really download into God. So you cannot call Adam a prophet, you cannot call Adam a messenger. Adam was first creation of humanity.
Adam was.
Bible says that God said, let us create man in our own image. You know, so that man can be an extension. Wherever, because Bible says that Jesus Christ, God created for 6 days, right? 6 days. And after the 6th day, the 7th day, he rested. Why did he rest? Because now he has somebody in place who had a spirit, who can think like God, act like God, and begin to show God. Adam was an extension of God. He was divinity. Adam was a combination of divinity and humanity. Right? The breath of God is God himself in a body. And the body now has the will to allow that spirit to move.
Now, could you imagine what the purest form of humanity is? Like Adam's first years. Like, what our minds think.
I can only imagine.
And the purest form of humanity now is a man who has been invaded by divinity. Okay? And that is the spirit of Christ, Jesus. Because when Jesus came, he came to restore that form. And that is why from the time that Jesus came, you see there are something we call BC and AD.
Before Christ.
You see, because it was enlightenment came after Jesus came. Right? There is a reason. It's not because before Jesus, those people were, it's not because they were dumb. In fact, you know those people, some of them were even smarter than us. They were intellectuals. But Jesus Christ came, that spirit, right? Restored that thing. So that now anybody that connects with divinity can breath out ideas. You know, but we've gotten to a place where the devil has also taken those ideas and has corrupted it. So that now we don't even see that it is God that brought that enlightenment. Now we think it was the devil that brought enlightenment.
For every good, you're just multiplying the bad.
But no, it is God. So that spirit, the purest form of humanity, is a life invaded by Christ. So I was telling somebody, Mark Zuckerberg, right? That guy, that Facebook thing, it was an idea. It was divinity that came to him and gave him that idea. It wasn't because there was a point when Facebook wasn't in his mind, right? And then there was a day that came that he started thinking, what brought that? That is divinity. Even Einstein, right? Albert Einstein. All that Einstein did, right? You see, those things are creating after itself now. Of course. Why? Because God invaded. As much as Einstein allowed himself, by virtue of what God has placed in him, God invaded his mind and gave him things for humanity. Because God was not thinking about Einstein, God was thinking about humanity.
Oh my God.
So as much as Einstein allowed himself, God gave him that. So Einstein was operating. Somebody will say Einstein was operating in a higher you can say higher consciousness, right? He was operating in a higher consciousness. Einstein was operating beyond human. It's not anything. It's just God one has endowed him, and two, God gave him those ideas for humanity. And now those ideas are recreating themselves in schools and education and all that. Isaac Newton and all those people. Now look at Facebook. People are using Facebook for different reasons.
Anything to do with,